What's been a good one. Clippers ahead, leading by just one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Josh Smith really making a difference here.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Josh Smith really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. Then it's Williams. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Kobe in the three slot. And it's Hibbert missing. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle, over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
Kobe dishes to Russell. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Los Angeles shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Here's Hibbert. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert? A guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts. And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bryant lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Bryant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency the challenge for Hibbert. Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Kobe draws the double. Hibbert with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Tries from 16. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside, Pierce. Fires from the wing. And it's in off the backboard. Pierce has got 7.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Outside Williams. Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there. Shoots. Williams can't get it to go. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well, Clark. They just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Kobe passes to Russell. Back to Bryant. The kick out to Williams. From deep. Williams missing again.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's Crawford on the wing. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Lakers trail by 4. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clarkson dishes to Hibbert. Outside, Kobe. They need this one. It's rebounded by Paul. Pierce for 3. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Lakers trail by 4. They've got J.J. Redick. Zhang is out there with Smith. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Stevenson in a small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. It's Williams with the drive. From the corner, Randall with the bucket. Randall's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. Stevenson outside. Smith sets the pick for Stevenson. Kicks to Redick. A second chance effort. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers leading by 4. Zhang with the screen for Stevenson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Now, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
And Bryant kicks to Snell. Bryant against Redick. Snell from outside. Rebound by Dang. The Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. It's Redick on the wing. Smith right side. Here's Dang. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Screen by Dallenberg. And the rejection by Zhang. Stevenson right side. Oh! Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while. What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Williams against Rivers. He feeds it to Jang. Pass to Smith. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Jen. Griffin comes in for Smith. Pierce is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Paul outside. It's Pierce on the wing. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Double team on Williams. Back to Russell. Williams passes to Clarkson. Stolen by Stevenson. .107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pierce attacking. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Checking out the game Paul Pierce is having. 9 points and a steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Lakers trail by 9. Outside, Russell. Passes it to Hibbert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Ball again is Russell. The feed now to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Griffin's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland. And stolen by Jordan. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will push the lead to double digits.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Here's Huertas. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.